What's up, y'all?
What's up?
How you doing?
They're not gonna answer.
No, they can answer. They always answer. So, new style videos. Some raw, uncut. It's not really uncut. I'm still gonna edit this. We're gonna edit this. But pretty much, this is something that we put out and we talked about, and seems like people want to know some of the questions that we have to answer and everything like that when it comes to lifestyle and fitness. So, one of the topics today that we're going to be discussing is managing work and diets. We could kind of escalate this to eating lifestyle and managing work, but overall managing work and diets. We'll probably do two different sides of this, how she does it and how I do it. But there's multiple ways, and we can kind of conclude that into one as well. So, do you want to start?
No, go ahead.
You want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, if you got to have your goal. You have to have your goal. It's like, hey, I'm going to lose this much by this time, things like that. So, once you have that set up, just managing work and diet should be on top of that goal. So what you're going to be doing is, you're working 40, 50 hours, maybe even less, maybe even more. You're going to plan kind of what you're doing behind that. Meaning, hey, how am I going to get my meals in through work? How am I going to get my meals before work or after work? Or what does my day look like? You can plan this.
Yeah, you got to kind of plan your week in advance.
So right now what I'm doing is I really don't prep food right now. So when I did bodybuilding competitions, is I would actually prep all my meals out a week before and eat it no matter what. But since we're powerlifting now, I don't really do so much, but I do count my calories 90 to 95% of the time, because right now I'm down about 30 pounds. So
we both use the MyFitnessPal app to track everything. We obviously have a food scale. We weigh most of our food for the most part. With him, it's a little different because he goes into work 3 days a week generally. Yeah, so I'm downtown. I go downtown Chicago 3 days a week. So we're talking, hey, am I bringing food? Most of the time, I'm bringing food. And then the second time, I'm usually buying lunch or breakfast, depending on what I eat. Because he usually eats the food he brings before lunchtime.
Yeah. Usually my lunchtime food becomes breakfast, and then I'll buy food. But it's not really clear cookie cutter unless you want to prep. For me, like I said, I've been able to record and had the pleasure of doing my measurements myself. So as I go on, I kind of can eyeball things, but most of the time I'll scale it and bring it to work, and then I'll go to either Chipotle or something that has MyFitnessPal on it, and I'll record that. And also what I do as well is, if I'm going out later, if I know I might have some drinks or I might have some dinner at a restaurant, what I'll do is I'll plan ahead, and I'll put that meal already planned ahead, or drinks or whatever, the first second I know. So what I do is I eat around that. So
for example, yesterday we decided today we're going to get Shamrock Shakes.
I'm on a diet, don't you know?
So we're fitting it in. I don't know about you, but I put it into my app right away so that I know how much I can eat throughout the day, so I don't way overdo it.
So yeah, exactly what I was going to say is I already put the Shamrock Shake in at 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. And then all I've been doing right now it is 6:44 p.m. and I've eaten 2 meals beforehand, and right after this, we have to record this, we're going to go and enjoy that. So, and then we'll probably still have dinner and another snack after that. So that's how I kind of do it. My way is kind of plan ahead before you fail. Especially if you're being a labor worker, someone that sits behind a desk, or someone that can do that, is find your best way and plan for success instead of planning for failure and not doing anything at all. So what do you do? What kind of things do you do?
I mean, same thing, but
Like, yeah, because she usually, what she'll do is usually, like me, I don't eat before work. What she usually does is,
shame on him, he doesn't eat breakfast.
Most of the time,
I
yes.
literally need to have breakfast every morning, or else I know I'm just gonna eat like snacks all day. So I always make my egg whites, and if we have turkey sausage or turkey bacon, something like that, and maybe a piece of toast in the morning before I go to work, which is at like 6:30 in the morning. So then I nanny 3 days a week. That's kind of not too hard for me. I'm watching 3 kids, so I'm pretty occupied the entire day. I don't have time to like sit around and just like think about like, oh, I'm bored, I could go for a snack or something. I do also most of the time weigh my food when I'm there. They have a scale at their house. The family that I work for is pretty like health conscious as well. And then I'm also work at a bakery, but I don't eat the stuff there. I'll bring some home,
and then I eat it.
And then we'll usually split it, but I only work there once or twice a week, so again, it's just like something we treat ourselves to maybe at the end of the week or something.
Yeah, so she doesn't really have a static schedule like me. I usually work 5 days a week, obviously, 8 a.m. to 4:30, or even earlier or later around those time frames. Like, she will, most of the time, work from 7:30 to about 5:30, 5:45.
Yeah, so I get home around 6:15, 6:30.
And then, like, sometimes she'll work 1 to 9. Sometimes she'll work, 5 a.m., 6 a.m. to, like, 10 or 11. So before she even does that is usually, like, she'll plan. Like, even when she works, like, 1 to 9, she'll probably eat a good breakfast, a big lunch, and then maybe a pre-dinner. But even me, I hold out, and then when she gets home around, like, 8:30 p.m., like, I'll eat that dinner then, or even like a snack, a pre-bed snack. You probably just saw Kobe go up on his cat tree.
But again, it's just all about like keeping track of what you're eating.
Yeah.
So like if I do have a huge lunch or something, or they made some kind of delicious unhealthy dinner last night and they had leftovers the next day, I'll still eat it, I'll enjoy it, whatever, but then I know when I come home I'm not gonna have like a nice big dinner like we like to do. But and then like kind of the same thing going off that is we plan like our workouts like a week ahead as well. We figure out when we're gonna have time to work out, what we're gonna do during those workouts, and that kind of thing also.
Yeah, so, and then to add on that is, when she's saying there's a bunch of good food laying around, I work at a company that hands out free food all the time. Honestly, a lot of people fall in that trap for managing your work and trying to diet is they'll keep pushing towards all that free food when, honestly, no bueno. With that bodybuilding prep I did 2.5, 3 years ago, I did not touch a single free food because the fact that a lot of the stuff that you get isn't measured correctly, the proportions aren't right, and if you're trying to dial in, you want to be specific as possible and detailed as possible, and if you're not doing this correctly, get the scale, do it at home, don't be a weirdo and bring it to the restaurant. If I did that on the first date with us, she'd be like, who the hell are you? Just don't do that stuff. Just get it intact when you can, when you're at home, when you have something, when you're able to control your situation instead of being out, enjoying life. You don't want to be also stuck where you're like, dude, can I eat that? You want to enjoy life, but just make sure you dial it back when you're enjoying that too as well. And then, managing work and diet, I think that's about it. I mean, I could still talk, but it's already 9 minutes and 30 seconds. So yeah, just like we said, to conclude, get a goal, set that. If you're not seeing results,
start tracking.
Yeah, take a look at it, start
Use
tracking.
The scale. It's a lot easier than you may think. I just started doing that stuff in January. He's been doing it for a long, long time. I just started, and I'm like, wow, like this is literally so easy. I wish I would have started earlier.
Yeah, and then if you honestly, last but not least, if you're the laziest managing work and diet, you know, don't track. Try to keep your portions the same. Try to keep like there's Pino. We have the portion control for her too. You know, she makes those gains. But you know, if you're not doing the scaling thing, just try to portion your foods out. Like don't go too carb heavy. Don't go too fat heavy. Make sure you're balancing the two. Protein, obviously, if you're trying to lose weight, try to keep protein pretty high anyways. Because the fact that you're not eating as much, so you definitely want to make sure the gains aren't being lost, because protein's going to obviously help you recover the most when it comes to that. And so just use your tools. Use your portions, use your fists if you have to. Try to find out what works for you and balance it through your lifestyle, because a lot of us are busy, and if we're able to do that as two full-time workers and lose weight and still lift a lot of weight, anyone can. My parents do it, you know, friends do it, family do it, so yeah, man.
It helps to have like people around you that do it too, because a good support system, and then you don't feel weird doing it when other people are doing it too.
So make sure you comment, like, subscribe. Make sure you follow Pino's Instagram page. Make sure you follow our Instagram page for anything else.
Feel free to reach out to us too if you had any other questions or want to know specifically about yourself. What kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, with life these days, there's so many avenues. I'm trying to reach out to people, DM, message, things like that. Obviously, keep it PG, because I ain't trying to block you yet. So, yeah, just follow the channel, subscribe, like, follow, share it to the people's page, and then we'll go from there. Enjoy the time, guys. Take care, as always.
Bye.